The idea of starting the YouTube channel hit me when I was in my third year of engineering. But it took 5 whole years to start one. Why? Before answering that question, if you are new here, my name is Lavanya. Welcome to my channel. This is the channel where I'll talk about the stuff I love and truly resonates with me. Let's start with the video. So why it took 5 years to start my YouTube channel? There were 5 main concerns behind it. 1. Am I good enough to share something that I know? 2. Can I be able to communicate well and connect with people? 3. Am I confident enough? 4. What if people start judging me in the wrong way? 5. What if I fail to stick around? Because of these concerns, I couldn't be able to start my YouTube channel back then. I think these are the common concerns people face to start something new. And I think the book Show Your Work by Austin Kleon has all the answers to my concerns. So let's elaborate them and understand how this book would have helped me back then to overcome these concerns and to start my YouTube channel. Concern 1. Am I good enough to share something that I know? Austin says, be an amateur. Amateurs know that contributing something is better than contributing nothing. They might lack formal training, but they are all lifelong learners, and they make a point of learning in the open so that others can learn from their failures and their successes. You don't really find an audience for your work, they find you. So forget about being an expert, be an amateur, share what you love, and the people who love the same kind of stuff will find you. I think concern 2 and 3 are interconnected. Communication, confidence, connecting with people. Experiences I had over the past few years of my life, and this book had taught me that you will achieve these things in the process of doing. Just post some videos, you will see progress gradually. People will help you with that, and that is how you will be able to connect with the people. One thing that Austin says in this book has resonated with me very well, and that is reading about people who are dead now and did things with their lives makes me want to get up and do something decent with mine. Thinking about death every morning makes me want to live. Pandemic has taught all of us one thing, that our lives are so precious. I don't want to regret the choice that I didn't took on my deathbed. Steve Jobs once said, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I have ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. Concern 4. What if people start judging me in the wrong way? Austin says, I'm not going to sit here and wait for things to happen. I'm going to make them happen, and if people think I'm an idiot, I don't care. You can't please everyone in the world. Don't worry about everything you post being perfect. When you put your work out into the world, you have to be ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Don't feed trolls. Austin shares his personal experience here about the worst troll he had ever received and how he reacted to that. He suggests us that don't feed them, they'll usually go away. When you find things you genuinely enjoy, don't let anyone else make you feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty about the pleasure you take in the things you enjoy. Celebrate them. Human beings are interested in other human beings and what they do. So make the stuff you love, talk about the stuff you love. You'll attract the people who like the same kind of stuff. So don't worry about anything else, just work on what you love. Hang out towards the end of this video. I'll be sharing with you 5 takeaways from this book that might help you. Concern 5. What if I fail to stick around? If you're doing what you love, then of course you will stick around long enough. I started believing that. I'd suggest you to read his other work. Keep going. This might help you in some way. This book is also there in my reading list this year. When you share your knowledge, you will receive an education in return. When you feel like you have learned whatever there is to learn from what you were doing, it's time to change the course. Find something new to learn so that you can move forward. Like I promised earlier, here are the 5 takeaways from this book that might help you. 1. Pay attention to what others are sharing and then start taking note of what they are not sharing. Be on the lookout for voids that you can fill with your own efforts, no matter how bad they are at first. 2. You can't find your voice if you don't use it. The only way to find your voice is to use it. It's hardwired, built into you. Talk about the things you love, your voice will follow. 3. Forget about decades, forget about years, and forget about months. Focus on days. The day is the only unit of time that I can really get my head around. 4. The beauty of owning your own turf is that you can do whatever you want with it. Your domain name is your domain. You don't have to make compromises. Build a good domain name, keep it clean, and eventually it will be its own currency. Whether people show up or they don't, you are out there doing your thing, ready whenever they are. 5. Every career is full of ups and downs. And just like with stories, when you are in the middle of living out your life and career, you don't know whether you are up or down or what is about to happen next. You can't count on success. You can only leave open the possibility for it and be ready to jump on and take the ride when it comes for you. With that being said, I hope I gave you some key insights which might help you to start something new. If you found a value in this video, be sure to give it a like and consider subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.